start that.
This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Well, it's cold and cool outside on this Sunday afternoon, but it's going to get warm inside the Preston Gym coming up over the next 90 minutes or so as we welcome you to Preston Indian basketball, as today they play for the championship of the Preston Holiday Classic as they take on the Skyview Bobcats from down to our south, down in Smithfield and Lyle. This ought to be a great contest here this afternoon.
Well, it really should be. You know, Skyview comes in highly touted. They won their Utah 4A state championship 2 years ago. Last year, I think they lost in the championship game. They had Mason Falslev signed with the University of Utah and a guy named Phipps who could fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Those guys are gone, but Dan, they bring back a great team here, and they're ranked highly in Utah 4A for good reason. They're big, they're skilled, they can go inside and out. They have a lot of pieces working for them, and our Preston Indians here will have our hands full here this afternoon at Preston Gym.
The tallest Preston Indian on the roster is Braden Hess. He's about 6'4", 6'5" on a good day.
Right.
The Skyview Bobcats, they bring 4 players to the roster who are 6'5" and above.
Yeah, they've got Schumans, 2 Schumans, 6'10" and 6'7". And Evan Hall, about 6'6", and well over 300 pounds with a soft touch inside there. They really bring a lot of size. And, you know, we'll talk about that when we get to the keys of the game a little bit further. But, you know, Preston is long and athletic. I think all the Preston starters are between 6'2" and 6'5". But we don't have that 6'7", that 6'10" that we've had in years past. So how do we deal with size and how do we match up? That'll be real interesting to watch this afternoon.
So that will be the question, exactly how do we deal with all of that size. That's certainly something to ask Coach Tyler Jones when we get to the coach's interview coming up in just a couple of moments. Preston got to this game by winning last night as they knocked off Mountain Crest 78-57 to go to 5-0 now on the year. Skyview comes in at 4-1 on the season. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get to our visit with Coach Jones as we send you to commercial break. We'll come back a couple of minutes and we'll visit with the coach coming up right after this.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds and Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500 or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Jones here before the Indians get ready to take on Skyview here in the championship game of the Preston Holiday Tournament. Another nice win last night. Good balanced scoring, and you really had three guys really get going last night.
Yeah, I thought it was a good team win, a good start again, and that's what we're going to need tonight. We need to come out with a good start, especially that first quarter, and it's going to be a tough battle tonight. They're a really good basketball team. They have size, they have good guards, very talented team, so this should be a lot of fun tonight.
It was nice to see Gabe Hammonds get going again last night in the second half, because the outside shooting is something you're really going to need tonight.
Yes, and Gabe, he can really get going. He's streaky, and we need Gabe. So that was good. He hit a couple there in the fourth quarter to get going. And tonight's going to be a team effort. We're going to need everybody to step up and just do the little things. Get the loose balls. Take a charge. All those little things will really add up in a game tonight.
You get ready for this game here against Skyview, and it's the championship game of a holiday tournament, but this is a matchup of a couple of Titans who really want to make each other know that the other teams exist, because these are two championship caliber teams.
Yeah, two good basketball teams. We're 30 miles apart, and they have a great program. We have a great program, so it should be a lot of fun. Their size is concerning just because they're so big, and they can rotate bigs at you, and they're bigger than we are for sure. So we've got to try to, slow that down and make them hurt us in other ways. But then you look at the guards; they can shoot, they're quick, so they really don't have a lot of weaknesses. But we're gonna, try to slow them down best we can. And like you said, we're gonna have to have people step up and hit shots.
Because their size really is the elephant of the room. No pun intended. But they have four guys that are 6'6" or bigger on their team.
Yeah, and not just tall, but thick. And they're a load, and we're gonna have to try to. We just can't give them those easy baskets down there where they're getting layups and putbacks. So we're gonna have to be physical. We're gonna have to put a body on them, and I think transition will be a big key too, because they're big, but we're faster if we can get out and try to get some of those easy baskets.
You look at some of the bigs they run out there, and you think, you can start looking for Eric Thorson, because he probably wants some of those guys to play offensive line for him.
Yeah, they are big. So, and this is a great challenge. That's what you want in the preseason. You want to go out and challenge yourself, play good teams, and no matter what happens, tonight, we're going to be better for it, and we're going to, they're not in our state, so we're not going to see them again. But a lot of fun, two close, great programs, and it should be a great battle.
It was nice to see Cole Harris step up the way he did last night with a new high of 24 points.
Yeah, and that's what Cole can do. He does a little bit of everything. Rebound, he can push the ball for us, he can score it, and that's what's great about this team so far. Every game we've had other people step up, and that's what good teams can do. Good
luck tonight. Thanks for the time. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Tyler Jones. We'll continue our countdown to tip-off right after this.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. The Preston Indians and the Skyview Bobcats coming up just in a few minutes. But Lyle Fuller, let's talk a little bit about the keys to tonight's game.
Yeah, keys to the game. I think Coach Jones alluded to a couple of them. It's going to be alliterative today, Dan. It's going to be react and recover on defense and run on offense. With those bigs down low, I think we're going to have to bring a double team most of the time. We're not going to be able to just guard them straight up one-to-one in the post. So you got to react and you got to recover quick and you got to talk. And to finish the defensive possession, you have to turn around, you have to box out, or they'll absolutely kill us on the offensive glass. So on the other side, as Tyler alluded to, I think we're faster probably than their bigs. If we can get in more of an up and down transition game, get some baskets before their defense gets set and before their 6'10 kid stands under the basket to swat away our shots, so much the better for us. So that's what I'd like to see Preston do if we can here. And, of course, the defense and rebounding always wins games and all those things. I'd like to think we can hang with these guys. And, if we can hit some outside shots, I don't think we'll get the number of layups we saw yesterday against Mountain Crest when most of our twos were layups.
You talked about the Schumann brothers, Bracken Schumann, who's 6'7", Jackson Schumann, who is 6'10". They showed a great high-low game yesterday against Twin Falls.
Yeah, they post 6'10" at the free throw line, and he just lobbed a little loopy pass either to his brother or to Evan Hall. They must have scored 20 or 30 points off that one little play alone last night. So I'm sure we'll be ready to defense that, and Braden Hess will have a lot on his shoulders as our post. And he'll have to stay out of foul trouble, Ben. He can't try to swap these guys' shots too much. He'll have to just play straight-up defense.
Yep, you are absolutely true. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out over the next hour and a half or so. So we invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up right after this.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
And again, we welcome you back inside Preston Gym as it's time to meet the starters. First for Skyview, it'll be Titan Saxton. He's a six-footer who will get the start tonight. Also, Caden Penrose, also at 6 feet. 6'10" Jackson Schumann will start in the middle. Heyman Howell is a 6-footer, as he will get the start tonight as well. And Bracken Schumann, he is 6'7", and he will start tonight again for the Skyview Bobcats as well, who come in with a 4-1 record this year under Coach Kirk Hilliard. For the Preston Indians, it'll be Stephen Roberts, the junior, will start tonight. Brecken Knapp will get a start this evening as well, as he had 6 points last night. The big man last night was Cole Harris, season and career high 24 points last night for the Indians. Braden Hess starts tonight as well. He had a new season high last night, too, with 15 points. And Gabe Hammonds with 17 last night, the senior, and he will round out the starting 5 tonight for the Preston Indians as we get started here tonight. And we talked about it with Coach Jones. Gabe Hammonds needs to have a good night from the outside.
Yeah, we need to get Gabe off to a good start. So, maybe get him something going towards the basket. He's an excellent free throw shooter. If he can get see some shots go through the hoop, helps that confidence.
These are two teams with excellent championship pedigrees over the years. Of course, we all know Preston's won 4 of the last 5 state 4A Idaho championships. Skyview has won 1 in the last 3 years, and the 2 they didn't win, they lost in the championship games.
Yeah, they've had an excellent program under Coach Hilliard, and a lot of talent come through there, and we see that again with the team they've got this year.
And here we go, as it'll be Jackson Schumann to jump against Braden Hess, and the tip is controlled by Skyview. As Titan Saxton has it, steps across the timeline and wants to start to direct traffic. He gives it off, as coming to meet the ball is Howell. Goes over on the left side, holding it there is Penrose. Now brings it back out top to Saxton. Preston comes out early and showing a man-to-man here early as they kick it back outside. Schumann for three is good. And when you got a 6'10" guy who can step out and shoot a three like a guard, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah, that's a shot that we will probably give him through the night.
Hammonds at the left elbow, turns, looks inside. Hess, 15-foot straightaway, two, no good. Knapp inside with the rebound, has it stripped away and taken away. Here comes Skyview again, back the other way. Penrose up to the front court, gives it off as it comes to Saxton. Schumann holds it up high up outside. Now they'll swing it back over on the right side. Another three. That's in and out as that one was put up by Howell. Brecker Knapp has the rebound and pushes the ball back up into the front court. Get it back down to Hess on the left baseline. Shoots over Schumann and hits it.
There we go. Nice little 15-footer.
Braden Hess with his first 2 points. As after the bucket, Preston shows press as Skyview gets it up into the front court. Jackson Schumann sent it way out at the timeline. Now he gives it off to Saxton. I think when he was born, he wanted to be a guard, but they made him 6'10" instead. Bring it back out top. Yeah, get it back over to Schumann again.
They're really playing Bracken Schumann in the post more. He's 6'7" and probably 260 or so.
As again, Schumann will give it back up, back out to Saxton again at the timeline. He wants to direct traffic. Look inside. They can't get it inside to Bracken. Good job by Knapp to keep fronting him. They can't get the ball into him.
Good defensive stand. Preston bench gives their team a hand.
As good work by the Preston defense, really denying any really shot opportunity here for the Bobcats as they come back out top to Bracken Schumann. Give it back to Sexton again. Back to Jackson. Back down low to Bracken on the block. He goes down, but the foul is going to be called on Cole Harris for the Indians. That'll be his first. First foul of the game of any kind. Just over 2 minutes in as Skyview has the ball baseline front court. As they get it into Howell, swing it back around. Jackson Schumann from his long three-pointer. This one's no good. The long rebound comes off to Hammonds. Hammonds gives it up to Harris. Cole with a big game last night, lays it off to Hess. Nice little give and go move, and Braden's got a layup. And Preston's got a lead at 4-3.
Great find. They worked that connection last night to great effect. Again, Harris and Hess.
In the right corner, two-pointer there is too long. Jackson Schumann chases it down in the corner. Gets it back to Penrose. Wants to drive, can't. Kick it back to Howell. Three-pointer good. Howell drains the three, and it's 6-4 as the Bobcats go back on top. Roberts to Harris. Give it to Knapp as he circles the top of the key. He goes from the right side, spin it up, it goes down, and finally spins back out after going around a couple of different times. As the foul is going to go here against Penrose, it'll be his first, and Brecker Knapp is going to go to the free throw line. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, fresh bakery items, deli items, and now fresh sushi as well. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street here in Preston.
Yeah, I like that play a lot, Dan. Brecker has 3 or 4 inches on the guy guarding him, just takes him right to the hoop.
And Brecker misses both free throws. And ball tied up. And it's going to stay with Preston on the alternating possession rule. So Brecker misses a couple of free throws.
Yeah, both short. Maybe it's a little tight here in the early going.
Stays 6'4", Skyview in the lead. Get it down low to Harris. Cole trying to turn on the 6'10" Schumann and can't get it to go down. Rebound is off, and here comes Howell back up into the front court. Jackson Schumann again has it out near the timeline. Gives it off. Penrose drives, lays it off. Nice little dish pass to Bracken Schumann for his first 2 points of the game. 8-4. Bobcats on top.
Yeah, Skyview also in a man. What do they call it?
They got an offensive foul away from the ball.
Moving screen, maybe.
It's going to be on Hammonds. So Gabe draws his first foul. It's the second on the Indians as a team. You know, it's too bad because of COVID. People aren't allowed in the gym because this is worthy of the matchup last March with Middleton. Yeah. With the type of crowd this is worthy of.
It'd be great to have a couple thousand screaming fans in here with us.
Howell gets it back over to Schumann. Kicks it back out top.
Travels.
Saxton wants to drive, but travels. So a turnover here for Skyview, and Harris will bring it in right in front of the Preston bench, right at the halfway mark here of the quarter number 1. Roberts looks down in the corner. There's Hammonds. Get it back down low to Hess. He's blocked and fouled, as the foul inside is going to go against Jackson Schumann.
Good job by Braden going up strong and forcing the ref to make a call there.
So that's the first on Schumann. Here's Braden Hess at the line. A season-high 15 points last night. He's had a good tournament. He also had 10 against Sugar, the opening game of the tournament, as he makes the free throw. He's an 80%er on the year. He steps up and makes them both.
Braden really showing his improvement early on here in the season.
So Preston back to within a deuce at 8-6. Three-pointer from the corner. In, out, stays out. Hess has the rebound at the other end. He'll give it off to Knapp. Here come the Indians again back the other way. Brecken wants to drive. Goes off the glass a little too strong. And it's Brecken Schumann who has the rebound. Again, now here comes the Bobcats on the run the other way. Defense is back, so they'll pull the ball back out and get it back out to Saxton, top of the key. Left side three from the corner over there is no good. Jackson Schumann with a great position inside gets the rebound in the putback basket.
Yeah, got to keep him off that offensive glass. Easier said than done.
Yeah, you got to figure out how to box out the 6'10" guy. Hammonds, three-pointer from the left corner is a little bit short. Able to chase it down is Cole Harris for Preston, and they'll keep possession here with 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Skyview leads 10-6. Bounce it to Harris at the left elbow. Wants to drive. Goes around Brecken Schumann and gets the layup.
That's what we were talking about pre-game. Cole's quicker than the Bracken Schumann there. Can get around him if he has a little room.
Penrose drives. Little floater in the lane. Count it, and a foul. Penrose picks up the basket. Foul's going to be on Braden Hess. That'll be his first. And he's had trouble staying out of foul trouble in the first half, and we cannot afford that today.
Yeah.
As
we need that low post presence there, and looks like Roberts will come out and Shumway in for the Indians.
I was going to say former Skyview Bobcat Tragan Shumway into the game. As here is Penrose making the free throw, completes the three-point play, and it's 13-8, biggest lead of the game so far here, 5 points for Skyview. So here's Shumway, who appeared in 11 games last year with Skyview, but talking to people, honestly, just found it hard to get on the floor with all the guys that they can dress for games.
Yeah.
Hammonds inside, off the glass, no good. Hammonds taps it back out. It stays alive as it comes back out to Shumway. Now back out top to Knapp. Go back to Shumway on the left side. On the block, down to Knapp. He gets tied up and fouled. Wasn't really, Tandem Neal didn't reach out and just grab him. They just got their arms kind of locked up, and you got to call for a holding foul.
Yeah. Brecker getting ready to go to the hoop with that one.
That's 3 team fouls apiece. Inside, Harris has it blocked as Evan Hall into the game, knocks that one out of bounds. It stays Preston ball underneath the basket. 2:12 to play in the quarter. Get it outside. Hammonds looks at a three, looks good. Rattles off as Knapp tips it once, gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Brecker gets on the score sheet, cuts the lead down to 3, and a foul on Cole Harris right in front of the bench.
Oh boy, that's 2 on Cole. He may have to sit.
Tell you what, these officials, people complaining they didn't call anything in the last game. It's because they were saving all their whistle time for the first quarter so far here tonight.
Saving their lung power. Yeah, the game that just finished, there was a 2 technicals called in the second half on Mountain Crest, and it got a little heated there.
Isaac Logan has it. He'll look at a 3 from straight away. No good. Or Larson, I should say, as it'll be a loose ball foul inside. There's another one. It just goes out of bounds. I thought they were going to call a loose ball foul on Evan Hall, but just called him out of bounds instead.
Larson comes off the bench for Skyview. He had a couple of really impressive dunks in the game last night. Explosive athlete.
Knapp has it at the left elbow. Wants to turn inside. Pulls up. 15-footer. Good. Brecker Knapp's got 4. And Preston back to within a point at 13-12. Minute and a half to play here in the first. Trying to get wanted a traveling call. Didn't get it. Tate Priestley back in the game for the Indians. Priestley takes it away. Gets it ahead to Hammonds. Here comes Gabe. 1-on-2. Lay it up. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good strong move to the hoop there for Gabe.
Fouls on number 1, Kason Carlson. His first, team's 4th. And here's Gabe Hammonds at the line. Hammonds a 91% free throw shooter. Makes that one. And with that make, he extends what now has become a string of 25 consecutive makes. He's now 32 of 35 on the young season. Hammonds next. That one rattles in as well. So Gabe makes them both his first 2 points, and Preston has the lead again. Our third lead change. Shot no good from the outside. Here come the Indians as Knapp goes around him. Hess back into the game, has his shot blocked, and Carlson has the rebound. Here comes Skyview back the other way with 1 minute to play in the quarter.
Boy,
Carlson.
Couple good looks didn't go right at the rim there.
Neal out the timeline as they get it back over to Howell. Howell gets it back again, swing it back over on the far side, back to Larson. Doesn't take the shot. Get it back out top to Hayden Howell. Back to Larson again. Free throw line extended on the left side. Back to Howell, top of the key. Back to Larson. Looks at the 3 again, doesn't take it. Steps inside, back to Howell. His 3 is good. Hayden Howell hits his second 3 inside 30 seconds now to play in the quarter. And we've had 4 lead changes, and Skyview moves back in front 16-14. Hammonds, a 3 from the left side, no good. As Knapp fights for it, has it in the right corner. 18 seconds to play. Back outside, Schumann a 3. That's no good. Another long rebound and a foul. That's going to go on Hess this time. As Hess ran into Tatum Neal on the rebound, goes over to plead his case to the official, but that's going to fall on deaf ears. And that's going to mean, now with 2 fouls, that Hess is going to have to come out, and Tyler Linhart comes in to play here in the middle, as Linhart gives away not only about 5 or 6 inches, but about 50 or 60 pounds.
Yeah.
As Hammonds is now whistled for a foul as he bodied up. And quickly, all of a sudden, Preston's out of fouls for the first half with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Remember that thing I told you about saving up all their calls? There you go.
Yeah, and that's one way to limit the effectiveness of their bigs is to get them in foul trouble, but it's gone the other way here in the first quarter.
It's gone the other way. It's all gone against Preston. That's the second foul on Gabe Hammonds. 4-3, Larson drives too strong, but there is Evan Hall to put it back in at the buzzer as the basket counts, and Skyview leads by 4, 18-14 here at the end of the first quarter. We're back with the second right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Second quarter just underway. Skyview leads by 4, 18-14 as it comes to Hall. Turns around from 15 and banks it in. Evan Hall shot that about 17 feet and it banked in from 15.
Soft touch for the big man. I don't think he meant to bank it, though.
As the ball's taken away, another turnover is taken away by Carlson. Here come the Bobcats again on the run. Laid up, no good. As Roberts has the rebound for the Indians on the air ball. Roberts zigzags his way back up into the front court. Wants to drive, tries to go around. Saxton finds himself in the paint, no good. Hall has the rebound there and gives it off as here comes Neal again back the other way. Cole Harris is going to check back in and come back in with his 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Larson up top, holds it there, looks, turns around, gives it to Hall, kicks it back out in the corner. 3 from the corner is good. This one by Carlson.
Yeah, that's that recovery we were talking about. When you suck in, you got to recover back out in the corner.
Timeout called by the Indians. Just about a minute and 1 second here into the quarter, and all of a sudden a quick run here by the Bobcats makes it 23-14. We're back right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you with the best medical care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st West here in Preston. 23-14.
Yeah, Indians are going to have to claw back into this here with some of their key guys on the bench with 2 fouls.
Can't afford to get blown out as Harris back onto the floor. One of those guys with 2 fouls. Cole spins, gets it up over Hall, no good. And the rebound taken down and brought back up into the front court by Tatum Neal. Neal wants to hand it off. He'll give it back to Isaac Larson, top of the key. Gets it back, give it back to Hall at the free throw line. Back outside as it comes back to Saxon. He doesn't shoot, gives it back to Larson. Larson looks into the right side, gives it off. Neal drives, loses the ball, falls down. Preston has it. Another turnover here against Skyview. Roberts back, gives it back. Priestley, little 15-foot jumper is good. Tate Priestley has his first 2 points tonight. And Preston gets back just a little closer as the lead cut down to 7.
Yeah, the Indians needed that bucket. It had been a while since they'd scored.
Carlson lays it off, and there's Evan Hall for the layup. They have a great inside touch as a team. They all pass very well.
Yeah, and I like, Hall just does what he can do. He just puts it right, stands under the basket and puts it in the hoop. Doesn't have to do anything fancy.
Roberts gives it off to Brecker Knapp here in the front court. 5:50 to play in the second. 25-16. Skyview leads by 9. Priestley bounce it down low. That's a reach in.
Looked like it got poked away from behind or a reach in.
Well, yeah, I don't know why it wasn't a reach in foul or off them because Tatum Neal reached in and poked it away. But they said it was off of Brecker Knapp, so it's a turnover and the ball will go back over to Skyview. As it comes to Sexton. Back outside to Larson in the corner. 3-pointer there is good by Tatum Neal. 28-16. Skyview's biggest lead as they go up into double digits, up to 12. Driving, Schumann lays it off. Turnover, bad pass, but traveling with the ball after he intercepted the pass was Case Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson, I think, was the quarterback on their football team, if I'm correct on that. Larson, wide receiver and defensive back.
The last couple of years, the quarterback had been Mason Falsliff, but Falsliff had sustained an injury earlier in the year, last year, and then had to go outside and play wide receiver instead as Brecker Knapp was fouled. And he'll go back to the free throw line. He missed his first 2 attempts from earlier in the game.
Yeah, Brecker will get a shot at redemption here. A couple chances from the stripe.
First one, no good. Battles around and comes out. Jackson Schumann comes back in again here for the Bobcats, as does Hayden Howell, as Carlson and Neal head to the bench. Knapp finally makes one. He's made 1 out of 4 in the game. And has a total of 5 points, does Brecker. with 5 minutes to play. 28-17. Skyview leads by 11 here in the second quarter. Saxton comes around the big screen set by Jackson Schumann. Looks to give it up. He does as he gives it back to Howell. Back outside, Saxton for three. In and out, stays out. Long rebound is off to Cole Harris. Here come the Indians on the run, and it's knocked away from behind by Larson as Knapp had lost control of the ball, and Larson made sure he didn't get control back. As it comes back outside to Saxton again. Wants to drive on Knapp. Stumbles, gives it off. Larson has it again. He'll bring it back out to the top of the key. Larson wants to drive all the way. Tries that little layoff pass. It's kicked around, and it's going to stay with Skyview.
Yeah, there have been several times here in the first half, Dan, the Indians just can't find the handle on the ball. That was one of them. Had an opportunity to grab a steal and go the other way and just couldn't come up with it.
It's like they know they have to play quick to beat the bigs up and down the floor, and they're playing just about a half a step too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackson Schumann gives it off. Here comes Saxton all the way. Lay it up and in.
It's a moving screen by Bracken Schumann. I mean, he's a screen just standing there, but when he moves, it's really a moving screen.
Titan Schumann with the layup. 30-17. 13-point lead again here for the Bobcats. Hammonds wants to drive, gets cut off, runs into a mountain of a man in Bracken Schumann. Down low, Hess gets a shot, no good. Knapp inside, goes back up, and he gets fouled. Now there's 3 or 4 black shirts there. Who's it on? They're going to call it on Bracken Schumann. That'll be his first. Team 6th. So now Skyview's out of fouls here in the first half as well. And I want to say it was Bracken's first, but it's actually his second.
So Knapp gets another trip to the line here. Made his last one.
And that one's no good. First couple were short. This one's too long. As Caden Penrose checks back in, he'll come back out, and Larson will come back to the bench.
Yeah, Knapp working really hard down there on the boards, offensive glass especially.
Missed them both again. He's 1 out of 6 here in the first half. So the lead stays 13 for Skyview. Saxton back up in the front court. 3:40 to play here in the first half. Penrose back out top to Schumann. Left side, it goes back to Howell. Looks inside, skip pass comes back to Penrose. Back down low to Schumann. Lost the ball, taken away. It's a rugby scrum, and what do we got?
Got a timeout?
We got a timeout indeed called by Skyview. So timeout on the floor at 30, and we'll be right back right after this.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Preston, who are winners of 27 in a row going back to last year, boy, they got their hands full today. And if they can keep that streak going today, they deserve it. They trail by 13 here with 3.5 to play in the quarter number 2. They lob it inside as the lob comes into Bracken Schumann down on the blocks, puts it up, no good. Jackson Schumann had it, lost it, and then stepped out of bounds trying to save it onto the floor.
Hess did a great job down there bothering that shot, making it a tough one under the basket. Now a little pressure from Skyview here.
As Preston gets it in, as it comes into Traeger Schumann. Up into the front court. Shumway, I should say. Why don't we keep saying Schumann? It's Shumway.
Whoa.
And Traeger with a great little running layup gets on the score sheet.
This is a beauty.
30-19. Preston trails by 11. 3 minutes to play. Here's goes in the right corner. It comes back to Jackson Schumann. Back outside now it comes to Saxton. Saxton holds on as Coach Hilliard starts yelling out instructions. Now he'll back it back out to the back out to the timeline. Now put it back into motion. As coming out top to meet it is Howell, and Howell travels again.
Cole Harris charged with Jackson Schumann down there. Gives up at least 8 inches there, but he held him out of the lane. And that's such a critical thing. You can't let the guys sit up down deep. Once they're 2 feet from the basket waiting for the ball, they've got you beat already.
Here comes Shumway, I should say. Comes back outside to Priestley back into the game. Priestley spins in the paint, puts it up, no good. And Jackson Schumann has the rebound. Bracken Schumann may have got a little piece of that shot, got just enough of it to knock it off slightly offline. Howell in the corner brings it back out top to Schumann. Back down to Bracken Schumann. Howell looking for somebody to give it up to. Outside it comes to Penrose. Penrose tries to drive, gets cut off. Driving now again. Goes left-handed off the glass and in.
Nice driving layup. That was pretty.
32-19. Under 2 minutes to play now here in the half. As Shumway, Hammonds driving. Runs into Penrose, or I should say Saxton, and it's going to be a foul on Saxton. As it'll be called a block as he ran into him, and Saxton just kind of kept giving ground and stayed in Hammond's way. So Gabe's going to go back to the free throw line, shoot 1 and 1 here with 1:50 to play in the half. Knapp, Roberts come back in. Shumway and Priestley both leave. So here's Hammonds again. Hammonds 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight, so he's made 26 in a row. Make it 27 as he bangs that one in. He only has 3 points. They've all come from the free throw line here in the first half.
Yeah, good to see him driving the ball, though.
Second one good again.
See if the Indians can get it under 10 here last couple minutes of the first half.
Penrose lays it off to Hall, Big Evan Hall. 6'5" and 325 if he's an ounce down there. Gets the easy layup, makes it 34-21. And Harris has it knocked away from behind by Howell. Up into the front court, they try to get it ahead to Neal, and it goes off of Tatum's hands and out of bounds. Another turnover against the Bombcats, and the ball will come back over again to Preston with 1:25 to play in the half. Skyview by 13, 34-21 as Roberts gets it up into the front court. Knapp back to Hess outside the three-point lines. Now Hammonds has his shot blocked out of bounds. As coming over to make the block was Caden Penrose.
Stay with the Indians, though, so they'll get another shot at it here.
Roberts looking, tried to get it into Hess. It was knocked away by Jackson Schumann, but Hammonds got it back. Now they'll give it back to Roberts and set up the offense. Outside, he stands waiting with 1:05. Harris at the left elbow, gives it off to Knapp, and
a running start.
Yep. Brecker's got, exactly. Brecker got a little bit of a running start, headed toward the basket. It's a foul. It's a turnover, rather, against the Indians.
Nice play, though. A little handoff right at the elbow and get Brecker going towards the hoop.
1:01 to play. Skyview gets it up into the front court. Knocked away by Hammonds. Taken away by Hammonds. Here come the Indians 3-on-2. They'll hold it up as Gabe slows it down. A little fall away jumper won't go down as Roberts tries to fight Big Jackson Schumann for the ball, and Schumann travels looking for somebody to give the ball to. Preston has the ball back again underneath their own basket. Roberts looking down low to Hess, put it up, and it spins out, and Hall has the rebound. Couldn't get it to go down. It sat up there on the rim for just a second before it fell off. Penrose on the left side. Tries to drive down the middle, stops at the free throw line. He gives it back to Howell, who circles around the top of the key. Back over to Neal, lob inside to Jackson Schumann. Turnaround jumper is going to be too long, and Hammonds has the rebound with 23 seconds left in the quarter. Here come the Indians back in a hurry. Back down to 19. 18 now, give it to Cole Harris. Roberts with 15, holds. Clock down to 11, now 10. Roberts looking to give the ball to somebody, gives it to Knapp with 6 seconds on the clock. Back to Harris. A three to beat the clock is no good. And the rebound comes out to Roberts. He's not going to get a shot. And Preston's trails by 13 as we go to halftime. Skyview 34, Preston 21. Stay with us. The Rouse Construction halftime report's coming up right after this.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The Halftime Report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
KACH.
Well, we're at halftime, and what it was expected to be a battle so far in the first 2 quarters has been, as Skyview leads 34-21 at halftime after they outscored Preston 16-7 in the second quarter.
Yeah, they really took advantage there in that second quarter. We started off second quarter with 3 of our starters on the bench with 2 fouls, and Skyview jumped on us there and got 4 or 6 right in a row. That really hurt. The good news, Dan, for me is Preston can play a lot better than we played in that first half. And we'll get into the stats, I guess, a little later, but we rushed things a little bit. They sped us up. We seemed like we were just not quite on our game here in the first half, and so we can definitely play better. 21 is not our normal scoring output for a half, and so look for the Indians to come out and have a better second half.
We talked about they were out of fouls. We got to the 16 foul mark with just a few seconds left in the first quarter, but they went through the second quarter and didn't give up any fouls, as they remained at 16 fouls for the half. And in the first half, Skyview didn't shoot a single free throw.
Yeah, it's a crazy comment on the referees, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the way the game's being played. I shouldn't blame it all on the refs. But, yeah, Preston shot, I think, 12 free throws in that first half. Skyview none, yet our guys were in foul trouble.
Yeah. So if you're Tyler Jones and you're at halftime, what are you telling the guys?
I think you tell them just to settle down a little bit and get your composure. We tend to think just because we have a lot of seniors playing right now that they're experiencing big games like this, but other than Cole Harris, who started all of last year, really not so much. Gabe played a lot last year, but most of the rest didn't. So, this is kind of new for them, go up against a really good opponent in a third game in 3-day setting, championship setting. So just calm down, get your composure, and start to play your game, and I think it'll come.
So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the stats from the first half as Skyview leads 34-21.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Lusage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
KACH.
We'll take a look and see what happens as far as the score sheets are concerned here in the first half, as Kason Carlson had a total of 3 points in the first half for the Bobcats. Tatum McNeil also with 3. Titan Saxton had 2 in the first half, where Caden Penrose had 5. Jackson Schumann had 5 in the first half. Hayden Howell finished the first half with a total of 6. Bracken Schumann only with 2. And Evan Howell had 8 in the first half. And again, Skyview did not shoot a single free throw in the first half.
Now, Preston Indians, the 2-point field goals kind of tell the tale here, Dan. Preston goes 7 for 22 on 2-point field goals. A lot of those were close to the rim. They just rimmed out. Just tough luck on some of them. 0 for 4 on threes and 7 for 12 from the free throw line. Individually, Gabe Hammonds hit 4 free throws for 4 points. Braden Hess had 2 twos and 2 free throws for 6 points. Cole Harris had a basket. He gets 2. Brecker Knapp had 2 2-point shots and a free throw for 5. Tate Priestley came in and got a bucket, and Shumway came in and got a bucket. And that's Preston scoring in the first half.
Interesting. I asked her during the last commercial break. I thought that Skyview's size was causing more problems for Preston on the defensive end than it was on their offensive end.
Yeah, and you look at the difference between last night and tonight. Last night we were about 65% on 2-point field goals. Here's this afternoon so far, less than 33%. So a lot of that is the size of Skyview bothering those shots, but some of them were just tough luck. I mean, I think, like I said, we can play better. We can make some more of those shots, get some outside shots going. At 0 for 4 on threes, when you're playing a team of superior size, you got to hit some outside shots. We got to see some of that in the second half as well.
This has been the Rouse Construction halftime report. Stay with us. The second half coming right up.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, we'll start the second half Preston will have the ball to start the second half. They come out on the floor as they trail by 13. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Chem Dry of Northern Utah, introducing Micro Pro Shield, disinfecting plus antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. For a safer home or business and greater peace of mind, call Chem Dry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100. So here we go, second half.
And immediately Skyview into a zone with 6'10 Jackson Schumann at the point there. He's a hard guy to throw over or around.
I think, yeah, that would make it definitely difficult. Harris wants to drive. Bounce pass along the baseline is kicked, and it'll stay with the Indians.
Yeah, Isaac Larson getting the start in the second half for Skyview.
Roberts steps out of bounds. He'll bring it in here for the Indians. Just 20 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Look inside. Harris can't get it there, so they try to go outside to Hammonds. And then a foul by Tatum Saxton as he tried to jump up and intercept the pass and hit Hammonds right across the head.
Yeah, really an unnecessary foul. I mean, he's not going to score it from 44 feet going the other way from the basket. So
that's his second. And the first team foul of the half goes against Skyview. Hammonds has it in the corner, as now he'll back it back out, as Saxton going to follow him all the way back out near the timeline. Give it off to Roberts, now back to Hammonds again.
Skyview back into a man-to-man after a one-possession zone.
As they come back out top, Hess swing it over on the left side to Knapp, back out top to Hammonds. Hammonds wants to drive. Larson took it away. Larson comes back 1-on-3, but he's going to try it anyway, and then loses the ball out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Skyview.
Brecker Knapp right there defending. Broke up a layup. Great job by Brecker there.
Larson to bring it in. Out top it comes to Howell. Gives it off to Jackson Schumann. Wants to drive. Kicks it off from the free throw line. Back outside as he goes to Saxton. Saxton holds it at the angle. Back to Larson. Now back out top to Saxton again. Saxton trying to direct traffic. He wants Jackson Schumann to go back down near the top of the key. He throws it there, and then the ball is intercepted there by the Indians as they give it back to Roberts. Roberts comes to Cole Harris in the right corner. Can't get a shot, so he'll give it back out top to Roberts again.
So no score yet here in the third quarter.
Harris holds it, gives it to Knapp. Brecker will just give it back to Harris again. They'll give it back to Roberts as Preston trying to figure out what they want to do here offensively. As Hammonds tries to break, Sexton cuts him off, but Hammonds gets it anyway. Now down low as it comes to Harris, and Brecken Schumann called for a foul as he just kind of stuck a knee out and fouled Harris, turning to go to the basket, and that's 3 now on Brecken Schumann. And that's going to get Evan Hall back into the game.
A great job by Cole to try to use his quickness advantage.
Has to bring it in. Has Roberts in the corner, get it inside to Harris. Mishandle it, so he's got to go get it. Stands just outside the paint, gives it back to Roberts. Free throw line extended right. Now back out top to Harris again. Looks back door. Nice move by Hammonds for the layup.
Go.
Gabe Hammonds has 6. And coming back up the floor, Preston deflects the pass and it goes out of bounds. And it'll stay with Skyview right in front of their own bench.
Great find there by Cole Harris. And got the defender's head turned.
Drop it down low to Hall. He just brutalizes Hess and moves him out of the way. Yeah, Hall's got 10 and lead back to 13 again. As Harris lays it off to Hess. Goes high off the glass and puts it in.
Wow. That was a shot for you.
Larson flew over his head. Hess went under the arm of Hall and then off the glass way up near the top of the board, and it fell in.
Yeah, it looked like he brought the ball about down to his knees and then threw it, like you said, way high off the board.
Misses the free throw to try to complete the three-point play, and it's 36-25. The lead again now cut down to 11. Larson to Saxton. Tries to spin, look inside, gets cut off. Now goes back to Larson in the left corner. Looks inside to Hall. Can't get it there. Being fronted by Hess.
Good job by Hess.
Swing it back over to Schumann. Now back they get it down to Hall. There's his shot too strong. Tries to get his own rebound. Taps it loose. Gives it over to Howell from the baseline. His jumper from there is no good. Hess has the rebound. Good box out on Hall. Here comes Knapp all the way. Larson with a big full swing. I don't know why they didn't call that a foul. as the ball knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Larson comes down and takes a full swing chop and hits Brecker Knapp that didn't call a foul.
They almost always call that a foul when you take that big of a swing, but that's one of those fast break opportunities the Indians haven't had too many of. Hopefully they can get some more of those here in the second half.
Down low to Hall, put it up and in. Again, good ball movement leads to an easy basket down low for the big men.
Yeah, Hall coming off the bench. He's their leading scorer here in the afternoon.
Hammonds has it. Free throw line extended on the left side. Pulls up. Jumper good. If he can get going like he did last night in the second half, Preston might be able to get back into the game.
Yeah, we're going to need that outside shooting.
Larson, left side, looks inside to Hall. Can't go there. Again, you just look at poor Braden Hess just leaning on Hall, and he can't move him.
Yeah.
Here comes Larson all the way, and now they call the foul on Knapp, the exact same play that happened down here at the other end a minute ago.
Yeah, and that's Tyler Jones up off the bench wanting to have that conversation with the ref about that very thing. Nice move by Larson.
Larson gets his first 2 points of the game, first foul of the game on Brecker Knapp. Now Larson goes to the free throw line. Larson completes the three-point play, and it's 41-27. As Roberts wonks the ball back across the timeline into the front court. Gives the ball to Knapp. Looks in the left corner. Cole Harris standing there. Finally gets it to him. Now gets it back from Harris.
Ooh.
Knapp for three. Short. Harris has the Hall has the rebound. Back to Larson in the front court. Give it back to Hall. 17-foot jumper. No. Knapp up high to get the rebound there for the Indians. Back to Roberts. Back up into the front court with 3.5 to play here in the third. 41-27. The lead for Skyview. Roberts has it outside. They go back into that zone again as Hammonds tried to make a move, went off his foot, and the ball just rolled right out to Roberts. Back to Hammonds. Three from the corner. Good this time.
Dan, with 3:11 left in the third quarter, that's the first three-point make for the Indians here today. We're going to need some more of those.
Jackson Schumann inside. Harris knocked it away, but he's standing out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Skyview.
Good battle by Hess down there.
Traeger Schumann back in. Here comes Kason Carlson back in. Also, Tate Priestley will come back in as Brecker Knapp's going to come to the bench. And Big Jackson Schumann is out. So that means both of the Schumann boys are out of the game currently here for Skyview. Larson has it in the right corner, drives baseline, puts it up, he's fouled, and it counts.
Just using his quickness and leaping ability when he gets near the rim. Larson putting that one in.
That goes on Braden Hess. That's his third. As here's Larson back to the free throw line. Missed that one. Hall tapped it around, tried to control it on the floor. That's going to go off of Hess and out of bounds as he and Carlson were fighting over possession of the ball, and it was remains with Skyview. Larson will bring it in, gets it to Neal in the left corner. Can't get a shot, so they'll bring it back out top. Penrose, top of the key, gives it to Hall. Back over on the left side, back to Larson. Back out top to Penrose again. Now back at the left side, Larson again, free throw line extended. Skip pass all the way across to Neal for three is good. Neal's got a pair of threes, and the biggest lead of the game now, 16 points for Skyview, 46-30. Harris, Priestley into the game, long three from straight away, that's no good. As that's going to be off of Penrose, I believe. Yes, they will. They'll give it to Preston. So the ball stays with the Indians. Third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Shumway holding, gives it off, gets it into Hammonds. Gabe spins, stops the free throw line, back to Priestley. Another three from straight away. That's no good.
Oh,
Harris takes it away from Hall underneath. So Preston will retain possession after the missed three. 2:15 to play in the quarter. Letting the offense set up again. Hammonds sets up down low on the right block, gets down inside, tries to go up, and he's fouled.
Yeah, I think it was Carlson coming over.
It was. Either way, it'll be a shooting foul, and Hammonds will go back to the free throw line. That's his second, team's fourth. So here's Gabe Hammonds. Remember, he started play today as a 91% free throw shooter on the year. And he's made all 4 of his shots so far tonight. And he makes another one. That's 5. So that's now 29 consecutive free throw makes by Hammonds.
Guy we like to see standing there at the line.
Makes them both again. So Gabe now with 13 in the game. 46-32, 2 minutes to play here in the quarter. Larson just left standing outside, tries the 3, no good. Tate Priestley has the rebound there for the Indians. Gets it ahead to Harris. Cole going to drive and then got the ball stuck up on his hip, but they call it a blocking foul instead on Neal.
Yeah, I think he got it stuck on his hip and carried it, but they didn't call that.
Nope, they called the blocking foul on Tatum Neal instead. And for Neal, that's his second, and that's 5 against Skyview as a team here in the quarter, or in the half, I should say. Hammonds to Hess, they get it in, comes to Shumway. Now back to Hammonds again, turns in the paint, little short, little floater, no good. As Harris pulls the rebound down, then Preston has it again. As again, now Hammonds runs into a man who goes down, and that's going to be a foul on Gabe. Hammonds got the little short pass from Harris and then lost it, and then in his haste to go get it, ran into a man and draws his 3rd foul.
Yeah, he'll have to be careful. We'll see if Tyler decides to sit him or figure we need to keep riding him.
So here is Saxton back into the game. Gives it off to Penrose. Spins at the left elbow, drives, shoots over Hess. It's short. Free of the rebound is back out. Neal has the rebound. Sexton for 3, no good. Tapped around a couple of times and the ball down low. It's Evan Hall with the rebound and the put-back basket and a foul. No, I take it back. It was a timeout called by Skyview with 1:13 to play in the quarter. With 1:13 left, we'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
KACH.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
So 48-32. Lead stays at 16 with 1:13 left here in quarter number 3. And Preston has the ball, and Skyview is going to show full court pressure here. One of the few times they've done that here tonight as they pick Shumway up in the back court. Gets it across the timeline without much hassle. And it comes to Hammonds right in front of the Preston bench. Gabe's got to be careful. He's got 3. Fouls on him now as it comes into Harris. Cole drives, reverse layup, no good. Hall has the rebound inside. The big 6'5" center pulls it down, gives it off to Penrose. Gets the ball back up into the front court as we go under a minute. 45 seconds to be exact to play here in quarter number 3. Penrose drives, kicks it off in the corner. Saxton doesn't take the shot. He'll pull it back out. As Hammond, lazy pass, and Shumway rather steps in front and takes it away, and they're going to say it was off Penrose and out of bounds.
That's one of those where the refs almost have to take a pick. Hard to see who that went off, and we were right in front of the call.
So it'll stay with Preston, front court in the right corner. That's probably the one play, that pass there by Sexton, the one undisciplined play by Skyview so far here in the game.
Yeah, they've been impressively focused here, and Indians need to get something going here before the end of the third, get a little momentum going into that final frame.
Shumway gives it to Priestley. Back to Hammonds. 20 seconds to play, and Hammonds is fouled as he tries to make a move to drive to the basket. And it's Sexton who steps in front of him and draws a foul. That's 3 now on Sexton. and 6 against Skyview. They're out of fouls for the rest of the regulation, the entire fourth quarter to come, with 19 seconds left here in quarter number 3. As they get it into Hess, he comes way out to meet the ball. Give it back to Shumway. Down low, Harris goes up, puts it in. Boy, luckily for Sexton, Harris missed to handle the ball, and it allowed Sexton time to fly by, and he didn't draw the foul. Sexton bounces it down in the corners. It comes to Neal. His shot at the beat the buzzer is no good. The put back by Neal also no good. And it's 48-34, a 14-point lead for Skyview as they outscore Preston by 1 point here in the quarter as we go to the fourth. 48-34, Skyview leads. Fourth quarter is next.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Right off the inbound pass, Kason Carlson gets an easy layup to start the fourth quarter. Back here at the other end, Shumway gets run into by Big Hall, and no foul, but they exchange little pleasantries of the former teammates as they head back underneath. 50-34, 16-point lead, ties the biggest lead in the game for Skyview here early fourth. Shumway to try to throw it in, gets it into Harris. Tries to spin on Hall, and a foul on Hall.
Cole slow to get up.
I would be too if I ran into a wall like that. It's just his first. Cole, as he spun and turned back into him, I think they might have banged knees a little bit, but certainly Cole took the worst of the blow. So first foul on Hall, that's 7 on the team, and Cole Harris is going to try 1-1. And the first one is good.
Cole's first free throw attempt of the night. Looks like, maybe knee. He still looks like he's grimacing there as he's standing at the line.
Trying to make another one here, stands up there and he bangs them both in. Cole has 6 in the game, and it's 50-36, the lead back down to 14 again. Howell in the front court gets it up to Neal. Neal wants to drive down the middle, lay it off to Hall. It's off his hands, but they're going to say the last touch by Preston, and it'll stay underneath the Skyview.
Yeah, the bulk of the second half. Neal has been the big man in for Skyview rather than the two starters, the Schumans. And Neal's been very effective.
Skyview has outscored Preston in every quarter. It hasn't been by much, but they've outscored them in every quarter and lead by 14. Inside, little bank shot is up and in by Carlson. He's got 7 in the game, and the lead back out to 16 again. Shumway up into the front court, gives it off to Knapp. Knapp waits for Hammonds to clear. Is he starting to heat up a little bit here in the second half, and another foul as Sexton reaches in and draws his fourth. And with an incredulous look back at the bench, he can't believe he was called for the foul, but he was all over Knapp trying to take the ball away from him. So Bracken Schumann's going to come back in as Big Evan Hall will head back to the bench. And Gabe Hammonds steps back to the free throw line again. Hammonds is 6 of 6 from the line tonight, and he has 13 points in the game. And he bangs that one down.
Dan, I've always said to get momentum, you need a stop, a basket, and another stop. So let's see if Gabe can knock this one in, and he does. And if we can get a stop, a basket, and another stop, we'll have some momentum on our side, see if we can cut into this lead.
Up Up into the front court. Howell has it. Larson back into the game. Down in the corner.
Travel.
Carlson travels.
Yeah.
Well, there's your stop in the form of a turnover.
Yeah, not a live ball turnover that you can grab and go the other way, but we'll take it either way.
7 minutes exactly remaining in regulation. 52-38. Preston trails. The 27-game winning streak in jeopardy. As Shumway down low to Hess. Turnaround jumper over. Schumann is good. Hess has got 10 in the game. And what do we got? A whistle away from the ball, and all of a sudden the officials want to get together and confer about something. Restaurants aren't open for dine-in service around here, so this can't be where they're going to go for dinner after the game. As
I really don't know what they're.
As they're going to chase the Skyview fan out of the game, or not?
Yeah. Someone who's had a whole lot to say.
He's had a whole lot to say the entire tournament, and he's been asked to leave. So,
I still don't know what the conference is about, and they're still chatting out at the midcourt circle.
I'm not sure what they're talking about either, but either way, they're going to call all the players back over the bench to chat here momentarily. And as they do, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley with Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, and Dodge trucks all available here in the city of Preston. As waiting for a gentleman to clear the arena. As now they're down here talking.
They're resetting the clock.
The scores table. They're resetting the clock. And they had it at 7. Now they're letting it run down. As it gets down to still letting it run down. See how low they're going to let this go.
This stoppage actually hurts Preston, Dan. We just getting some momentum, and then we have a 2-minute interlude of referee and clock time.
So they run it down to 6:30. So they took about 14 seconds off the clock. Skyview has the ball to get it in up into the front court. Larson, top of the key, kicks it off in the corner. Three-pointer for Howell. In, out, rattles around, stays out. And Carlson trying to go up for the rebound, and he's fouled from behind. And the foul is going to go on Traeger Shumway.
Yeah.
So Shumway draws his first foul. That's just 4 fouls against the Indians. 8 team fouls against Skyview here in the half. Preston shoots 1-1 the entire quarter. Larson tries to drive, will pull it back out instead. Now he does want to drive on Knapp. Goes all the way around. Knapp runs into Hess, no good. As the putback by
Four guys hit the deck.
Tell you what, they are bodies all over the place.
I don't know what the call is yet.
Bracken Shumway missed a little bunny at the other end, and that caused all kinds of bodies to go flying around.
They call a foul on Larson.
Larson draws the foul, his first. That's 9 now against the team. And Braden Hess, who was one of those bodies on the floor, is going to go to the free throw line as Hall and Jackson Schumann will come back in. Free throw's good by Hess. He's got a dozen in the game now. Lead down to 11 now for the Indians. Now make it 10. As Hess makes them both. 52-42, 6 minutes to play. Larson to Neal. Got to get it up across the timeline. Now he gets it across to Larson. Larson wants to drive, kicks it off to Jackson Schumann. Three-pointer by Howell in the corner. That's no good. Rebound inside by Neal. Put back basket is good.
Boy, too bad. We had a chance to grab a board and get it under 10.
Well, back out to 12 again. Hammonds. They're going to call offensive foul against Gabe as Larson takes a flop, and the foul called against Hammonds. That's
Gabe
his fourth.
With a great grin on his face, saying, "Wow, unbelievable."
You know, it's amazing if you're 6'5" and weigh 300 pounds, you can get away with banging into people. But if you're a little outside shooting guard, you can't.
Yeah,
there comes Larson as it comes down in the corner. Neal. You know, maybe the guy they ran out of here had a point. The officiating has been very suspect tonight as Neal gets it down low and gets the lay-in. He has 16 in the game, and the lead back out to 14, almost in the blink of an eye. Here comes Cole Harris and gets the layup.
Great layup. When Neal gets it that deep, it's over. You can't let him catch it that deep.
Larson, and is that charging? Absolutely. As Larson goes down, and you know what's funny is Tatum Neal stands there and puts both hands on his heads and looks like he can't believe it. And now Larson goes down hard, needs to come out as he waves at the coaches.
Yeah,
as they'll come out and they'll check on him. Tonight's game is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. Stop in and see them at 85 South State Street in Preston. And you can stop in, get your competitive quote today, or just give them a call at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. So they're going to look at Larson as looking at his right ankle, maybe just above the ankle, up in the shin area, as he kind of lays back down. Now they'll help him up.
Yeah, they'll be real careful with it.
He's going to go off, and he's not putting any weight on that right leg as they'll help him back over the bench. So a 12-point game, 56-44, just under 5 minutes to play with 4:54 showing on the clock as they bring a towel out to kind of wipe up the floor where Larson went down. And the ball belonged to the Indians after the charging foul, or back in the backcourt.
Hess stepped in and drew that charge. Now Shumway getting a lot of playing time here in the second half. Brings quickness, and shooting, ball handling.
Harris, top of the key, gives it off to Shumway on the left side. Back to Cole, drives baseline, go reverse layup, blocked there by Jackson Schumann, and the rebound is off as it comes to Neal. And a foul in the backcourt on Brecker Knapp. That's just 6 now on the team. So Preston now out of fouls. Second foul on Brecker today. So both teams will shoot free throws at every whistle the rest of the game for the 4.5 minutes that are remaining. As it comes into Schumann, and that's a backcourt violation.
Yeah, or step down the line or backcourt, yeah.
Jackson Schumann caught the ball, landed in the front court, and by the time he handed it to Saxton running by, he was still in the backcourt. That's a violation.
When your arms are that long, that's what happens.
So here come the Indians again, looking to cut it back down to 10 with a hoop as it comes to Harris. Harris back to Schumann. Whoops, sees big Jackson Schumann, says, no, I think I'll pull back. Give it to Harris, three-pointer, no good. And the rebound is off to Sexton. Here comes Neal on the run, lays it off. Schumann foul as he goes up.
Yeah. Cole prevented the layup. Schumann with the trip to the line.
As Schumann goes to the line, this is just going to be the second free throw in the whole game for the Bobcats, as the first one is no good. (56-44). 4:10 to play. Schumann's next one, that one is good. He makes one of two. Believe it or not, Schumann hit that three-pointer, the first shot of the game. He has only 3 points in the whole game since then. Little scoop shot by Shumway is no good. Neal has the rebound, or Hall rather has the rebound. Quickly get it out to Neal all the way, lay it up and in, a foul from behind.
Well, Shumway got him and helps him up. Again, former teammate, Skyview.
Shumway's got 3 now. And quickly right back to the free throw line. Here comes Tatum Neal after the foul. Try to complete the three-point play, which he does.
Neal's given them a lift here in the second half, scoring.
He's got 11 in the game. Harris has it at the right elbow. Waiting. Hammonds comes by. Hammonds now wants to drive, and that's going to be a foul on Jackson Schumann. Just his second, but it's going to be a shooting foul. It's going to send Harris back to the line again to shoot another 2 shots. Hammonds who has 15. He had 17 last night and makes another free throw. He's 9 out of 9 tonight. Of course, he had only 3 points in the first game of the tournament against Sugar Salem. Hammonds ready again for the second one. Finally, he missed one. And a foul, and Cole Harris was knocked out of bounds by big Evan Hall. And Hall's going to draw the foul. It's his third. But the big news is Gabe Hammonds missed a free throw.
Yeah. You know you're a dead-eye free throw shooter when you miss one and you're still 90% on the game.
So, exactly. You know, that streak for Hammonds, he had – as Hall draws the foul, he's 3 out. Just checking on things down there. He'd made 12 out of 12 in the game against Highland, was 10 out of 10 against Blackfoot, and then didn't have any in the game, no free throw attempts in the game against Sugar in the opening game of the tournament. Harris's second makes them both. So quite a string of free throws there by Hammonds, but then the lead back to 13 again, 60-47, 3.5 minutes to play. Neal looking inside. Hall stays in the game and gets the layup, and now he has 18 in the game for Skyview. Roberts back up in the front court for Preston, lost it. Luckily, it goes right to Brecker Knapp over there on the far side, so he'll bring it back out top to Harris. Cole holds it until Steve Roberts can come by and take it from him. Get it up top, and Jackson takes it away. Here comes big Jackson Schumann all the way, lay it up and in. He now has 8 in the game, and it's 64-47. Harris at the left elbow, tries to drive up and under as Schumann knocks it out of bounds, and then comes over and stands over Harris and says something to him.
Yeah,
and Cole, as walks by, just kind of gives him his shoulder as he walks by. Can't let him do that.
Yeah, they call
officials calling everything ticky-tack and let him get away with that. The three-pointer by Hammonds is no good. Has knocked around a couple of times. Hess has it, goes back up, and he's fouled again. This is on Neal. It's 4, or Hall rather. It's 4, and it is. That's 4 on Evan Hall. You know, it's amazing that the referees will call everything as tightly as they do, and then let somebody get away with something as unsportsmanlike as standing over another man while after trying to make a play and say something to him to try to intimidate him. Hess misses the second. Hall has the rebound. Here comes Neal again up into the front court in a hurry. Throws it up, and a blocking foul inside against the Indians. That's against Hess. That'll be 4 on Braden. Remember, he had 2 early on in the first half, but he's been able to stay on the floor for the most part.
I've done a good job since then avoiding fouls, but 2:32 to go. I think he'll just stay in here with the 4th.
As Neal's free throw falls in. (65-48), make it 66-48 as Neal makes them both. He has 13 now in the game. 18-point lead for Skyview, the biggest lead of the game. Hammonds pulls up, 15-footer, no good. Hall had the rebound, lost it. Hess gets it back, puts it up, that's no good. Knapp inside, has the rebound, tries to go up over Hall, and if that's on the big fella, it's 5. That's 5. That's on Evan Hall, and that's 5. He's out of the game.
Well, leading scorer in the game.
Now they say it's only 4. They had 4 fouls up on the board a minute ago.
How many 4th fouls does he get?
Apparently several, as Knapp makes the first. So we stand corrected. 4 fouls for Big Evan Hall is the second free throw here by Knapp. That's good. And the lead is 16 with 2:10 to play. And Harris takes it away all the way, lay it up and in. Look out. It's down to 14 again. after a couple of quick baskets by the Indians. Back up in the front court. As they get it down low, Hall gets lost and gets the easy layup. He has 20 in the game, and Skyview wants a timeout with 1:56 to play. 68-52. We'll be right back.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
1:56 to play. 68-52. As the ball will belong to the Indians, baseline backcourt after the timeout. As Evan Hall now with 20 points in the game after getting the layup. As Roberts brings the ball up into the front court.
Yeah, Indians want to finish strong here.
As Hammonds dribbles down, runs into Jackson Schumann, fall away jumper. Schumann's called for the foul. The blocking foul on Schumann would be 2 shots, and Hammonds goes back to the free throw line. Where Hammonds missed a moment ago to end his long streak of free throws, but it makes this one.
Good to see Gabe start a new streak, aggressively going to the hoop there. And
second one, well, that one rolls out as well. So it's 68-53. Driving all the way is Neal, and I should say, and Hall has that ball slip right through his hands. Hammonds gets it back with a minute and a half, back up into the front court. Gets bodied up a couple of times by Saxton, and that should be a foul on Saxton, who again can't believe he committed a foul. And that is 5 on Saxton, and he's out of the game. So Gabe's going to go back to the free throw line, and after the foul on Saxton, Caden Penrose will come back in. As shot by Hammonds is good. As Gabe steps back up to the line again and drains that one. And he continues his good shooting as now with 19 in the game and a turnover in the backcourt by Skyview.
Knapp down there bothering the inbounds, and they throw it off a shin.
So they'll bring it in, minute and a half, 1:27 to play. As they bring it in deep all the way to Harris, and Cole lands on the midcourt stripe. That's an over and back.
Yeah. He would have been better off to take another step or two into the back court and catch it.
And Jones comes out to argue the call, and what the referee is saying is he landed in the front court and then stepped back and then brought it back again. So he caught the ball in the front court and then stepped back to hold his balance. He stepped back over the line into the back court. As comes into Penrose. Penrose brings it up into the front court, and he's bumped there on a double team. And they call it on Harris or Knapp. They're going to call it on Brecker. Brecker draws his third as they tried to trap the ball right in front of the Skyview bench. And Penrose will go back to the free throw line. Now both teams now in the double bonus, so he'll shoot 2. As the first shot by Penrose is short. .13 lead. That's just about where it has stayed the entire second half. As next shot by Penrose is good. And the lead now 14, 69-55 with a minute 19 to play. Hess. Free throw line extended right. Now wants to try to back in. Jackson Schumann tries to steal it from him. Gives it now to Hess. Fall away jumper from 15. That's no good. Rebound is inside to Neal, and
Going to
Call
foul on Brecker.
Call a foul on Brecker, apparently, on the rebound.
Loose ball foul there.
Loose ball foul. That'll be 4 now on Knapp, and again, we'll have free throws. So here's Neal. His free throw is good. Neal quietly has put together a nice game as he makes both free throws here.
6-foot senior, Neal.
As Tragan Shumway comes back in, as does Linhart, as does Priestley. So with a minute left, Jones basically calling off the dogs here as Hess will come out. Harris will come out. And trying to figure out who, and Hammonds came out. That's the fifth one. So 71-55 as we go under a minute to play here, and the 27-game winning streak is going to come to an end as Schumann falls down on top of Priestley, gets it to Neal up into the front court. Neal has his pass intercepted as foul on Priestley. They grabbed onto Priestley. That's going to go against Jackson Schumann. That's his fourth.
They've got him for 5.
They got him for 5. Maybe that's where I went wrong. I found somebody the wrong foul. But either way, Jackson Schumann's out of the game. So Sexton is fouled out. Schumann has fouled out. And now here's Tate Presley to the free throw line. The first one is good. So Priestley picking up his third point of the game and makes both free throws, has a total of 4 in the contest. And the lead is now 71-57, back down to 14 points again as Carlson gets it back up into the front court. Neal will just kind of now back it back out to the free throw, back out to the midcourt line. He'll hand it off to Penrose. Penrose bounces it over on the far side, and we got a whistle away from the ball.
Yeah, Brecker a little frustrated. He got hit in the face.
So Brecker kind of retaliates a little bit with a shove and draws his 5th foul. So Rhett Larson's now going to come in. They bring Rhett in, let him bang around with Evan Hall for the final 26 seconds.
A couple of offensive linemen have
And Carlson now at the free throw line. And the first one is good. Carlson's got 8 in the game as the lead back out to 15 again, 72-57. Makes them both and gives him 9. So 25 seconds left, 73-57. Priestley steps in. That 12-foot jumper is good as Priestley makes that, cuts into that lead just a little bit. Preston showing full court pressure with 12 seconds left. Racing into the front court is Neal. Slips and falls, but he's able to keep his balance a la Curly Neal and keep the dribble alive. And he gives it back off to Penrose with 2, with 1, and it's going to end a 73-59 victory here for Skyview as they go to 5-1. Preston suffers their first loss of the year. They are also 5-1, but for Preston, their 27-game win streak now comes to an end. Final score, 73-59. Skyview wins it. Back with the wrap-up show. We'll check the final stats and hopefully get a chance to talk to Tyler Jones coming up as the post-game show is coming up next.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCAA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
Well, welcome here to the postgame show in what was a battle from the opening tip as Skyview used their size not only in height but in bulk as they went on to the win today as they knocked off the Preston Indians 73-59.
Yeah, good learning experience for a young Indian team, young in experience this type of game, I should say. So, you know, you come out, it's your third game in 3 days, and you don't want to use this as an excuse, obviously, but people don't get shorter, but you do get tired. You play in your third game in 3 days, so that tends to favor the taller team. But, you know, the Indians came out and didn't have great composure in the first half, missed a lot of easy shots or shorter shots that normally go in, kind of dug themselves a hole, played even pretty much the rest of the game, but just couldn't quite get it back under 10. You feel like when you get in single digits, you're close. You can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and we couldn't quite get there in the second half.
You know, Preston had good balanced scoring for what they had. They had 5 different players with 7 or more points. They had 3 players in double figures. They played well. Under normal circumstances, they played well enough to win. Just the height was something they could not overcome, because every time you turn around, they were going to run somebody else out there who was 6'8", 6'9", and just they had nothing to defense that with.
Yeah, and you know, 59 points scored is not that bad of a night for Preston. Maybe a little bit off the pace this season, but not too much.
That's right about their average.
You know, giving up to 73, that was the challenge, and a lot of those were to Big Evan Neal. I think had 20, and just really dominated down low with his size. And we just couldn't quite overcome that inside advantage.
They did a good job against the Schumann brothers. I mean, Jackson Schumann had a 3-pointer to open the game, and he only finished the game with 8 in all. And Bracken Schumann had only 2 points in the game.
Yeah, and that's their starting center and power forward. So did a good job on them. And Jackson Schumann hit a 3 right at the very start, then really didn't have much the rest of the game. But you know, overall, you know, I think you say, well, we're in the middle of December. We still have a lot of time to grow. It's not a league game. It's not a game that will affect anything in terms of the goals of this Preston Indian squad going forward. So either way, it was going to be a good learning experience. The coaches will tell you they'd rather learn in a win than learn in a loss, but sometimes you have to learn in a loss too.
Yeah, and you know, unfortunately, you can't. You know, you say you need to learn, but you can't learn height. That's
Right.
something you have to be blessed with. And right now, this Preston Indian team is going forward, and they knew it right from day one. That's they didn't have their big 6'7" guy in the middle anymore because he graduated, and they're going to have to play it a little bit different way. And when you run into that kind of height on the other side, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, you look at our district this year, Century and Pokey. Pokey's not real big, but Century is pretty big. They have some good size. And, other teams around the state in the 4A level are going to have some good size. So It's one of those things, you have to learn how to play against it, play through it. Boy, we saw a few years ago that Twin Falls team that was even bigger than this Skyview team we saw tonight, and we found a way to get past them. So, like I said, you have to learn how to do it, and you have to hit a few more shots.
Yes.
We'll look at some stats, but we just didn't quite hit enough shots tonight to be really in the game coming down the stretch.
Absolutely. So Preston gets about a week off or so now, about a week and a half actually, as their next games come up on their annual Boise trip, the 29th and 30th. The 29th they will be at Valley View, and the 30th they will see the Middleton Vikings.
Middleton at Middleton, that'll be a tough chore right there. We know we had an extremely close, hard-fought game with them in the semifinal last year at state. And they brought back a lot of their good players. They have a strong program, a great JV program, so they will have filled in a lot of their good players that graduated. That'll be a great test again for this young Indian team.
So that's what's coming up ahead for this Preston Indian team. What's up ahead for you? Well, you'll enjoy this break. We'll come back and we'll look at the stats from tonight's game. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, this look at the post-game stats is brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto insurance through Mutual of Enumclaw. Call Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street here in Preston, or give them a call at 852-0810. That's 852-0810. Here's the final numbers for tonight's game for Skyview. Kason Carlson finished the game with 9 points. Tatum Neal played very well. He had 14 in the game. Jayden Saxton finished the game with 2. Caden Penrose had a total of 6 tonight. Isaac Larson, before injuring the ankle or shin, whatever it might have been, unfortunately had to leave the game early. He finished the game with 5 here tonight. Jackson Schumann finished the game with 8 overall. Hayden Howell had 6. Bracken Schumann had a total of 2 points in the game. And Big Evan Hall down low, who just proved to be just a mountain of a man for the Indians to try to figure out, finished the game down low with 20 points tonight for the Skyview Bobcats.
Looking at the Preston Indians scoring tonight, Dan, overall the Indians go 15 out of 35 on 2-point field goals, so they improved. In the first half, they were only 7 for 22, so 15 out of 35 is an improvement. 1 for 10 on 3-point field goals, and that one really hurts, as we've talked about, when you're trying to overcome superior size with outside shooting. You got to hit some threes. The Indians only 1 out of 10, and 24 out of 33 from the free throw line. Individually for the Indians, Gabe Hammonds, high point man with 18. He went 2 for 5 on 2s, 1 for 5 on 3s, and 11 out of 13 from the free throw line. Braden Hess had 12. He goes 4 for 9 on 2s and 4 for 6 from the line. Cole Harris also had 12, 4 for 8 on 2s, 0 for 1 on 3s, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Brecker Knapp has 7. He goes 2 for 7 on 2s, 0 for 1 on 3s, and hits 3 out of 8 from the free throw line. Steve Roberts played and didn't score. He went 0 for 1 on 2s. Tate Priestley, 6 points tonight for Tate off the bench. He goes 2 for 3 on 2s, 0 for 2 on 3s, and 2 for 2 from the line. And Traeger Shumway, after transferring here from Skyview, playing against his old team, he comes off the bench with 2 points, 1 for 2 on 2s, and 0 for 1 on 3s. And again, probably the most telling stat of the game, Dan, for me there is 1 for 10 on 3-point field goal attempts. We knew we were going to have to hit some outside shots to make it happen tonight.
Yep, and fortunately, those 3-point shots really didn't fall tonight for the Indians, as Gabe Hammond scored well, but only had the 1 3-point basket in the game here this evening. So, Coach Tyler Jones is here on the post-game show after unfortunately suffering a difficult loss at 73-59, the final. I know we've talked about this in the past, and I know that you'll tell me that numbers don't mean anything, but a 27-game winning streak came to an end here today.
Yeah, it happens. All good things eventually come to an
Exactly.
end. But no, we learned a lot about our team today, and you got to credit Sky. They're a tremendous basketball team. They're going to have a great season. Look at them out there. They're huge. They have quick guards. They can shoot the ball well. And they're a great team, and we knew that going in. We want to challenge ourselves, play quality teams to make us better. And, really there's just 1 or 2 stretches, that first half. We had, Gabe, Cole, and Braden all 3 got their second fouls and came to the bench. And that was a stretch there where it kind of extended into double digits, and we really never recovered from that. So, that was one stretch, but we're down double digits, and the kids never quit. That's a game that it could have gotten a lot worse, and the kids kept fighting and battling. That's what you want to see, a young team gaining that experience, and we kept fighting, and a lot of things we can build on today as we continue on with our season.
It wasn't a bad game. They got up on you double digits, and it stayed roughly there between 13 and about 16 points most of the second half. So they really didn't run away and hide from you. You had a chance. You just couldn't get the shots when you needed them.
Yeah, and that was the thing. The first half, we were still there. It's just we had some looks that were just a little short, and we missed some free throws. And against a really quality team, you have to play 32 really good minutes.
Right.
And we just didn't give ourselves quite the chance with a few shots short and stuff like that.
So here we are, a week before Christmas. And what did you tell them in the locker room in terms of what you learned from this game, and what do you look at going forward in the next week to 10 days?
First, we just told them, this game doesn't define our season. This is a rivalry game, for pride and all that. But biggest thing we got to learn from it. Normally a loss you learn a lot more from than a victory, and today it showed some things that we need to get better at. Just their size, they're so big. If they miss, they get a putback, and they're physical and they can defend, and really a good basketball team. So we'll come back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll have the Christmas off there Thursday through Sunday. Then we'll come back Monday, and then we head to Boise Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll go play Valley View and Middleton, and those will be 2 really good tests. Middleton, last year, and
we remember.
They returned most of their team, and they're, I think, the favorite for sure this year in 4A. So that'll be a great weekend, again, to go see where we're at in the preseason and come back in the new year, and conference play won't be too far off.
This is school. It's high school. It's student athletes. So with that in mind, we have to ask you the question before we let you go. If you had to give your team a letter grade for their effort today, what was it?
Today?
Yeah, for this game today.
I like we battled and we fought, and that's what you want to see as a coach. You don't want to, there were times where we could have quit and it could have gotten really ugly. We kept battling, so definitely think room for improvement. I'd probably say a B.
Okay, that sounds like it. That sounds like a deal. So enjoy the days off for the holidays. You have a few days of practice and things coming up. But we will see you again up at Valley View on the 29th.
Okay, all right. You guys too have a good Christmas, good holidays, and we'll keep working, getting better and better.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time. Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the post-game show. Take a quick break. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from Lyle right after this.
KACA.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, before we say goodnight, let's get a final thought here from Lyle Fuller on the outcome of this game here today.
Yeah, final thought today, learning experience, and all your goals are still in front of you for the Preston Indians. Skyview comes out of here with notching a win over our JV program earlier this morning. They get a win over the varsity here, and so, they've got a great program going there, and that's great. But we don't have to play them anymore this year, and they're not in our way in terms of going to state. They're not in our district. So you learn from it, you move on, and you get better and better. As we've talked about numerous times, to get where you want to be at the end of the year, you have to keep getting better during the year, and that's something that I know that the team and coaching staff are very focused on.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate your work over the last 3 days, and we'll see you when the Indians come home.
It's great to be with you and fun to get, for me anyways, to start to get to be with you again this season. And I won't be on the Boise trip.
Nope, you won't, unfortunately. We'd love to have you, but unfortunately I know you have other work that's going to keep you here in town. As we mentioned with Coach Jones, the next games coming up here for the Preston Indians will be the Boise trip, the 29th and 30th at Valley View and at Middleton. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night when the Lady Indians will head back down to Pocatello as they will play at Highland. 7:30 tip, 7:15 pregame. We'll have that for you here on KACH. That'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Special thanks again to Alan White for running the camera for us on our video feed from mylocalradio.com. As a reminder of the final score, Skyview stops Preston's 27-game winning streak as they beat the Indians 73-59. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening, and have a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.